Hey, this is Christina at Red Dirt Threads, and I'm going to show you guys how to utilize the gang sheet builder on our website today. You go to reddirtthreads.com, click on Transfers, Custom Transfers, and then Gang Sheet Builder. This is what the product page looks like, and it goes from 12.5 inches by 12 inches all the way to 12.5 inches by 240 inches. Click whichever one you think that it may be the length. You can always change this later on, so don't stress if you feel like you might have chose the wrong one. Click on Build Your Own Gang Sheet. Once it loads, this is what it looks like. You'll see your blank gang sheet here. Your dimensions are over here. You can choose the drop down and change that at any time during this process. You can always, if you make a mistake, you can undo it, redo it, or you can just delete all and start from scratch. Your margin needs to be set at least at 0.2 inches. And then on these, you can just leave those be. This right here will show you if your image that you uploaded is optimal resolution, which is 300 dpi or more. A good resolution is 250 dpi or more. And then the red is the bad resolution and black is terrible. We want it to be at least the 300 dpi or more for your images to come out clear and crisp and not blurry or distorted. Usually if you create an image in Canva, it will download as 72 dpi, which according to this graph would be terrible resolution. Just to keep that in mind. Their Photoshop is probably the best one, and you can adjust your resolution in Photoshop. Over here you'll have drag and drop a file here, or click to upload an image or add from gallery. Your uploaded images need to be larger than 300 by 300 pixels, and supported formats are PNG, JPEG, JPG, GIF, or SVG. You can upload your image. For this tutorial, we're going to use this design because it's one of my most popular. You can also find this design on my website under DTF Transfers if you would just like to purchase the design. You can click it, and then you can also hold down the control button and click the pocket design as well, since we want both uploaded. Click on Open. You'll see them over here in the left hand side, and they're uploading. Usually doesn't take very long, minute or less for them to upload. Once uploaded, you'll see that there is a red X on the top right hand side. If you accidentally upload the wrong design, you can always click on the X and it'll close that design out. And the bottom right hand side, you'll see the number 0 on each of those. You can actually click on that one time, and it takes a minute. When I first started trying to learn how to do this, I clicked on it several times and several popped up. But if you click it one time and you just wait, eventually it will go to 1, and you'll see it over here in your gang sheet. Okay, you see that it has 1 now there, and there is 1 right there. This error comes up that says design is overlapping artboard. Please select a larger gang sheet size. This is because your design is 12.5 inches wide. Your gang sheet size is 12.5 inches wide, but it does not allow for the 0.20 margin. So you can change this to 0, or you can keep it at the 0.2 and change this, which we're going to do this anyway. We're going to put it at 11 inches wide, which is standard adult size, and it automatically will change the height to 11.99. Now if you want to change the height but keep the width, you can click this lock button down here, and then you can go and you can change the width, and it'll keep the change the height, and it'll keep the width the same. Just be careful doing this because it may distort your image and it may not come out looking good. So for this tutorial we want to keep it the same. I just wanted to show you that because I know I have some customers that like to do that. We're going to unlock it. The aspect ratio you shouldn't have to worry about. It adjusts depending on what your width and height is here. Now to duplicate your image, you can either click this how many ever times you want, or you can auto duplicate. There's a little slide button here. It's kind of hard to see, but if you click on it, it will bring some options down. One of them is image quantity, how many you want. So we already have one. Let's say we want 10 of these. We need 10 of these images. You can change this to 9, and you can apply the margin 0.2 inches, and you can duplicate, and you'll see that auto duplicate, and now you have 10 of this main design. One thing I want to show you though before we do that is if you go to this, let's change this to where we want it first. You'll notice that the height is greater than the width. What you can do to actually save space on your gang sheet and possibly be able to add more if you needed to is you can rotate this. So these options over here, there's rotate 90 degrees here, or you can rotate it this way. So we're going to rotate it, and then we can actually choose this option, which is the two little arrows with the line in between them. It's horizontal center, and that will center your image on your gang sheet horizontally. There's also the vertical center you can choose, or center an artboard. If you click this, this design is going to go in the middle of your artboard. We don't really want to do that just yet because we want to add more. But now that it's rotated and it's the correct size, we can go down here to the duplicate, change this to none like we did earlier, and duplicate. And all of them will be rotated and will be the same size. We can hold our left mouse button down and select all of them like this and horizontal center them. So now they are all horizontally centered. Now let's move on to our pocket. You can click on the 0 down here on the pocket, and you'll see it shows up down here. My pockets I like to range between 3 to 4 inches. I feel like that's a really good size for a pocket. If it's a U size, I'll go down a little bit. If it's like a 3X or a 4X, I may go up a little bit, but depending on the pocket. But for this tutorial, we're going to have these at 3.5 inches for the width. So we'll change that there, and you'll see that changed that, made it a lot smaller there. Now we want 9 of these because we have 10 of those. So we're going to change that to 9 and then duplicate, and you'll see that you have 9. You can also go over here in your right hand side and you can zoom in or out so that you can see your images better and you can see what they look like and make sure that it's doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, now that you have all the images on your gang sheet that you would like, you can zoom out a little bit so we can see them all at one time again. Go over here, and we've got all this empty space that we don't need. So you can go over here and you can choose a smaller option. I think that's probably going to be the best one. If you choose one that's too small, you'll see, if you can see down here, these little squares here. That means that the gang sheet that you chose is not large enough to cover all of your images. So we need to go back to the 12.5 by 132 inches. Lastly, you can choose all of your images, choose a center and artboard. That's going to center all of your images, and they will be exactly in the middle, and they will be on both vertically and horizontally. Then you can save and add to cart. By checking this box, you agree that you have full rights or own this artwork. You also agree that you understand that the images uploaded are correct and the printer is not responsible for any differences in color or artwork quality. This here you have to check. This is meaning that you have the full rights to use this artwork. This also, by checking this, you agree that the way the artwork is pictured here is the way it's going to be printed. It's not going to be adjusted at all. I literally download this gang sheet and I print it. So you're making sure that everything is correct before you click this button. When you click continue, it will take you to your cart with your gang sheet. You can either continue shopping if you want to browse through my already made designs, or you can check out. Your estimated total will be down here, and then you can check out. Choose ship or pick up. If you're local to me, which is Roland, Oklahoma, then you can choose pick up and you won't be charged a shipping fee. If you're not local, you can choose shipping. Make sure that your information is correct here. You can choose shipping that you would like, and you can choose to pay now, or you can pay in 4 installments through Afterpay. Use your MasterCard, make sure it's on there, and click pay now, and you will be finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it's helpful. Please let me know if you need anything else. Thank you. Bye.